this is Cat's Diamond Painting. Welcome to my channel, or welcome back if you've joined me here before. I'm here today very excited to do my first sneak peek for Diamond Art Club's Black Friday extravaganza, which is coming on Friday the 29th of November. So yeah, I'm excited. I hope you are too. I do not know much about it at the time of filming. I only know the kits that I have, so I don't know how many we're expecting or when they'll be available or discount codes or anything like that. I'll be finding those parts out with you. But this is my first kit that I'm taking a look at. So this is Happy Hummingbird by T.S. Larking, and this is 65 by 65 centimeters square, and it's also square diamonds. As far as I know, this is a new artist to Diamond Art Club. I don't remember seeing any by this artist before, but I'll check that. It has 66 colours, which includes 1 Aurora Borealis and 5 Fairy Dust Diamonds, and it's 68,000 and change drills. So it's a kind of medium-sized kit, I would say. Quite wide for a square painting, but still sort of medium size. I'm going to stick with that. It looks really pretty too. So let's take a look. I will be stalking Diamond Art Club's Facebook and Instagram pages this week to see all of the previews for whatever kits they've got for us. So if you don't know, as of the time of watching this, because this sneak peek's going up on Monday, it's one of the earlier ones, they will be previewing all of the kits that they're going to be releasing on their Facebook page. So not the group, not the VIP Facebook group, but their page on Facebook and on Instagram. And the way they normally do it is they alternate one each hour. But don't worry if you don't use either of those, they will all be, well, Facebook is kind of hard to not have, but if you don't use Instagram, don't worry, because they will all make it into the VIP Facebook group at some point. Okay, let's get into this. I'm hoping my light isn't going to give out on me, because it did just turn off. So I'm hoping it's not about to break right before I have to film these videos. Oof. Okay. So I have here a toolkit, which I will take a look at in a moment. I have this little envelope which says thank you for purchase, and inside has some useful information. Here is, of course, my canvas in the branded dust cover bag. And down here I have a treasure quest card. This one is a bronze. They come in bronze, silver, gold or black, and they get more rare as you go through those numbers. And when you collect a certain amount of each of these cards, you can scratch off this label here and redeem various prizes. Well, prizes maybe isn't the right word, but gift cards. You can claim a custom kit if you save enough. And of course, you may just wish to save these because they're kind of cool. I like trading cards. So first up, I'm going to delve into the toolkit. This is the newer style of toolkit that's been coming out for a few months now. So most people are getting to be fairly familiar with it, but I will run through the contents for you anyway, in case you are not. So this is just a roll of baggies, always helpful when you're kitting up or keeping spare drills or all of that kind of thing. And this is their new Twist and Pick applicator pen. So you'll see it is slightly thicker than your typical kit pen. It's got a more ergonomic feel to it. It's a bit more comfortable in your hand. This end here is preloaded with a 4-placer. And then this end here, ooh, that's new. I did hear that they were doing this. So this end here is the single placer. And it used to just be all plastic, which is why I got a bit excited there, but they've changed it to add a brass tip because they were having some issues with the plastic nibs wearing down through use. But regardless, it's the same principle as the old ones. So this chamber here is preloaded with putty, and it's called a twist and pick pen because what you do is you twist this pretty firmly, possibly even a little more than you used to have to because it's got a bit further to go. But you can just see there the putty starting to emerge out the top, and that is in fact perfect because you don't want a lot hanging out. I would even take off the slight bit of excess there is. And this is now your single placer. There's plenty of putty loaded in here, but they do also include extra putty, which you can use to reload this or for your placers. And if I have a look in the tray, you will also find, here is the extra putty. Here is some wax in case you prefer that, because not everyone likes putty. And there is a 7-placer. They were including like a standard single placer in these for a while, but I guess that is now redundant because of the metal tip on this. I like that. I like how they brought out this new toolkit, and then there were certain things that people loved and there were certain things that weren't working so well for people. So they've just changed it. They've already changed it several times. You know, they added the wax when people wanted that. They started adding the single placer tips, and now they've actually upgraded it. So yeah, really good to see. Okay, let me put all these away. Next up, this little pouch here. If you pull those together, you can open it up. Inside here is the sticky labels for the storage pots that you're likely to want to use with a kit with lots of colours. But there's also some useful information in here. So you've got tips and tricks, step-by-step instructions, kit contents, you've got a link to their VIP Facebook group, and you've also got a link to save 20% off your first purchase on the app. I always like to mention I do have affiliate codes in the description box below, so that if you're making your first purchase from Diamond Art Club, you could save either 20% or $10 US off your first purchase. However, if you're making a purchase on Friday, I do not know what discount codes will be available to us, but they're likely to be the best codes of the year, and they're likely to be any kind of affiliate codes or normal introductory codes. So yeah, just shop around carefully and make sure that you are using the best value discount codes for you. Okay, so this little leaflet here, you have got, oh, these actually aren't stickers. Normally these are individual stickers, but that doesn't seem to have happened on here. I'm not sure if that's a change or whether something's just not been printed right with this one. But this bit here as well, you've got the image of the artwork, and you've got some details here perfect for sticking in your logbook. Okay, so there has been an issue with the way this one has come out of the factory, because my individual labels that are supposed to be pull-offable for my storage pots also have not been cut. These things happen. Sometimes there are manufacturing issues. It's not a major problem. It's just going to be a little bit more effort to kit this one up, because these stickers will need to be cut individually. I'm guessing that this is all still, yeah, I can see there from the edge. It's all still sticky. They're just not pre-cut. So I don't know if this would be a problem you would experience if you bought this kit, or whether it's just my particular kit. But yeah, that is that. Not a lot more to say about that. These things happen. So as I said before, it's got 66 colours, and here they all are. I always like to scan these labels and just see, kind of get an overview of the colours that you're going to be working with. At the end of the list here, you have got, first of all, a few colours in the 6000 series. And these are colours that Diamond Art Club manufactures in-house, where they identified gaps in the existing range of DMC colours that have been converted to diamond drills, and they produced some of their own. I love that. The attention to detail of getting the exact right shades to render artwork better, I really appreciate. Then you've got 1AB, which looks to be a sort of goldy orange colour. And then 5 fairy dust, and fairy dust drills are probably my favourite special drills, so that suits me well. There's a purple, what looks like a yellow, a sort of pale bluish grey, a bluey turquoise, and a greenish colour. So I will take a look at all of those in a moment. Right, let me get this out of the dust cover. And here it is. So Diamond Art Club canvases are made of this tarpaulin material, which they have trademarked. I often comment on it because it sounds like such a small thing, but actually the kind of canvas that you work on does make a real difference to both the quality feel of the overall product, but also the experience of working on it, particularly if you're like me and you work on an easel. The wrong kind of material is a lot harder to manipulate on the easel, whereas this is just right. It's very malleable, but it's also sturdy. Here are the colours. Oh, there's some really beautiful bright colours in there, aren't there? Wow. I really, really, really like the colour palette of this. Love blues, love purples. I love bright orangey red colours in diamond painting too. There's a fair few neutral colours and some darker ones. There's a bit of 310 there. Yeah. Okay, I will have a look at those in detail in a moment. I'm just going to take a peek at the canvas first. So, I'm going to roll it back on itself. Just to flatten it out. I've never had the patience to wait for one of these to flatten by themselves, but it's worth knowing that these canvases are self-flattening. And now, what way round is it? Okay, here we go. Oh, that is pretty. That is really, really pretty. Let me show you the top as well. This canvas has got the lines marking out the perforations, and let me just check. Yeah, there's nothing on the canvas, so that's good. There has been a slight issue with a percentage of the kits that have these colours on. Diamond Art Club is aware of the issue and they're working through it, so don't worry about it, but this one is fine. And I actually really like that because I've started working on my first kit with perforations recently and I really like them, but I do feel like I need something to mark out the edge of the section I'm working on. So yeah, I think that that is a really good addition. I've heard as well that these are going to be changing to grey in the future, so it might be a little less jarring against paintings where maybe pink is a bit more of a clash. It's looking quite intense for confetti, I would say. Confetti is where you are changing the colour of drill that you're working with on a regular basis. The opposite of that would be colour blocking, and there are some examples of that here. So you can see this big block of this colour and then sort of reasonable sized blocks of some other colours there. Colour blocking tends to work up quicker, particularly if you multi-place, but even so if you single place, just because you're not changing your drills around all the time. Confetti is often necessary to provide detail in a painting, and this is a pretty detailed painting. You know, the main feature is big, but it's a bird. You've got all the beautiful feathers that need to be depicted, and you've got flowers and again, you know, petals and things. There's all sorts of colours going on. So it does make sense that this would be a painting that veers more towards high confetti. But that said, there's only 66 colours. It's a lot of colours, but they are bringing out kits with a lot more colours than that these days. So yeah. It's really pretty, isn't it? I like this a lot. Okay, I'm going to push this out of the way and then I'm going to come back to you with all of the drills to go and look at what we're going to be playing with if we work. Oops. I knocked them off the table. I'll come back to you in a moment with the drills to show you what you will be working with on this canvas. Okay, I've spread them out as best I can. It feels like quite a lot of colours actually. Good range going on here. So starting off with the biggest bags, and I apologise for the glare from my light, but if I didn't have that on you wouldn't be able to see anything. So yeah, it's slightly difficult to read the numbers, but I will be reading them out for you. So there is 3746, 995, actually let me bring you in further, and then I can hold it further away from the light. So 3746, 2 bags of 995, 2 bags of this orangey AB. That's quite a lot. So there's going to be a lot in this one. I will try and find out where the ABs and fairy dust drills go a little later on in this video. And then I've got 2 bags of 823, 433, 3844, which is a beautiful shade of turquoise, 2 bags of 820, and then 2 bags, is that 2 bags? No, 3 bags of 797, which is a colour I really, really like. 801, 3045, 740, 743, and 2 bags of 310. Then there's 817, 6012, one of those in-house manufactured colours that I mentioned. 3837, 666, lovely fire engine red. And here is the first fairy dust drill. So if my camera will just focus on that, you should hopefully be able to see that little hint of glitter on the drills. It's a bit more obvious once they're out of the bag. But yeah, they're really, really pretty. 301, 807, 976, 898, 400, Z553, another special drill for you there. Oh, and Z745, so that's a sort of creamy yellow colour. Very pale yellow or dark green. 300, 422, 947, 869, 420, 2 bags of that one. 434, 2 bags of that one as well. Right, onto the smaller bags. So I've got 739, 333, lovely shade of purple there, 211, 963, 341, 977, Z3816. Is that the last of the fairy dust drills? I'm not sure, but it is very, very pretty. 3823, 210. No, here is one more. So it is, as I thought, a sort of very pale grey blue. Z3747, 435, 3608, 162, 498, 155, 5200. Pure white. It's funny how rarely you actually see that in paintings. Most times that white is called for, it's not a pure white. 938, 340, 741, 2 bags of that. This is the last strip, by the way. 3854, 3853, 3857, 6010, another in-house manufacture colour, which is very pretty. 336, 436, 163, 920, 3855, 918, 921, 437, 3756, 550, 814 and 6011. The last of those in-house manufactured colours. And what a beauty that is. I really love that colour. Okay. Right, well my camera gradually decides to focus back on the table. I'm going to clear those colours away and then I'm going to come back with a pan of the canvas. Isn't it pretty? This is really, really lovely. Okay, I will do my best to find out where some of these special drills go. Bear with me though, I'm not very good at this bit. So there were 2 bags of that orange AB, the percentage mark. And I do see that all through this flower, which makes me think, yes, all of the flowers have quite a copious amount of that orangey AB in, which will be really pretty. Flowers is a commonplace for special drills for those accents. It just really works. And then I have got a purple $sign. So again, there are some purple flowers. They are where you will find that purple fairy dust. I've got this. What do I call that? A T and an upside down T. That's catchy. I think that'll really take on as a name. And that is again in the flowers. I think I see a little bit in the hummingbird as well. Yes, there is some around this section here. The N symbol for the light blue grey one. Now, where would I find that? Oh, again, it's in the flowers. So the special drills are in the flowers, guys. So these flowers are filled with that one. So there's another one up there, I think, if I'm seeing it right. No, that one might be slightly different. But anyway, that one has got those drills. I don't think it's anywhere else. I can't see it. Okay, 2 dots on a blue background. That is through this section of the hummingbird. And then I see a little bit of it up there and a small block of it around here. And then these sort of dots amongst the blue border. It's in some of those as well. And then lastly, you've got an A on a green background. Where is the green in the painting? There is some here, some here. Not a huge amount of that one, just a little bit up there. I don't think I can see any other green. I think more or less, if it's green, it's going to be that fairy dust. But I tell a lie, there is another one. Anyway, enough waffling, cat. Okay, so what do you think? What do you think of this piece? Are you an animal lover, a bird lover, maybe a bit of a twitcher, as we call them in the UK? I said that and then I thought maybe that's something that we say in the UK and it won't make sense to anyone anywhere else. So if that sounds really weird, I promise you it's nothing strange. It's just the name for someone who's a bit of a bird enthusiast and likes identifying them and that kind of thing. I might edit this bit out. I'm embarrassing myself. Yeah, I think it's really pretty. I think the colours are really vibrant. I always love flowers in diamond painting anyway. And just the way the bird's sitting amongst all the flowers and then you have this lovely arch over the top. I think it's going to be really eye-catching when it's done. So as I said, this one is going to be coming out on Friday, on Black Friday. I can't give you timings yet, but I imagine that information will be available to you by now. I'm filming this on the Saturday before the whole week kicks off, but I expect that on the preview posts that Diamond Art Club puts up, they will notify us of the times. Usually there are different times for people who have early access and people who have general access. So yeah, watch out for those. Thank you for watching. If you have enjoyed this video, please consider dropping a like on it. And if you're not yet subscribed to my channel, please consider doing so and sticking around. I would love to have you here. Thanks for watching, guys. Bye bye.